フードでしょ。マウント富士。You は
？Maid cafes. The maid cafe.
Yeah, that's me. Around 2 years ago on Japanese national television. That episode rocketed me and my friends into veritable stardom in Japan. And the story of how we got there is nothing short of an adventure and a half. And I think it's high time I took you guys along for the trip. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Jade here. Welcome back to yet another video, a video that is long overdue. I've been trying to make this video for literally 2 years at this point, and the stars have finally aligned. It's finally the right time to tell you about my escapades on being on an actual syndicated national Japanese TV show. It's one of the most surreal experiences of my entire life, and I guess we just gotta jump into it. Let's get started. It was July of 2019. The trip to Japan that me and my friends Bryce and Ben had been planning for literally years was finally happening, and we truly couldn't have been more excited. However, what we weren't the most excited for was the roughly 20 hours of travel time it would take to get from where we were living in Tennessee to where we were staying in Osaka. Now, don't get me wrong, I love flying. There's something about getting to sit for hours and people bringing you food and drinks. You just get to sit there and play your Switch, watch a movie. It's wonderful, like, I mean, truly. However, around hour, like, I don't know, 10, it starts to get a whole lot less fun. Because if you want to get up and stretch on a plane, there's really no way to do that. You kind of just have to wiggle in your seat and hope for the best, and that doesn't really work. I also had the idea of just kind of taking some melatonin and sleeping through the whole thing. But my brain said, no, f you, we're sitting upright. How are we supposed to sleep, idiot? After close to 24 hours of no sleep, we finally landed at Kansai International in Osaka, Japan, and all at once, excitement overtook any ounce of tiredness we felt. Like, we were in Japan, we finally made it. I still remember the moment we made it through customs, like we were all hugging each other, like we were all tearing up, like this was finally happening. So before too long, my friends went off to try and find a currency exchange when a group of 3 Japanese people approached me, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And then I noticed one of them had a huge TV camera, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? So the translator for the group, whose name was Riho, by the way, she was the nicest person on the planet, told me they were from a show called YOU wa何しに日本へ, or Why Did You Come to Japan, which is apparently a huge television show about tourism in Japan. And I thought, oh, okay, they're just gonna do a quick little interview and we'll go on our way. And that's all it seemed to really be until they asked the big question: what are you most excited to see while you're in Japan? And I genuinely didn't know how to respond because there's probably hundreds, if not thousands of things I wanted to see while I was over there. Food, the arcades, the culture, I mean, you name it. However, in that moment, for some reason, a reason that will forever be unknown to all of us, I answered a little differently. I gave one reason that haunts me to this day, to the day that I'm standing here filming this video 2 years later. I said, I want to go to a MAID cafe. And they lost their minds. Even my friends were floored. Everyone was just kind of looking at me like, did he just say that? And then I was kind of going, did I just say that? And I had. And it was being recorded. Now, real quick, for those of you who may not know what a MAID cafe is, let me give you a quick little lesson. A MAID cafe is a coffee shop type place in Japan where all the people that work there are girls dressed in maid outfits. You can get a little snack, a drink, all while being served by a girl in a maid outfit. And there's all kinds of different MAID cafes, like some of them have animal themes, some are themed to an idol group. The possibilities are literally limitless, but they're all super duper cute. And plenty of tourists go to MAID cafes. It's not like, you know, a huge deal. But I told them it's because there was a maid I wanted to see there who I thought was really cute. And once again, they lost their minds, dude. Because here's the thing. You can actually go on the websites of these maid cafes and you can look at the actual list of maids. You can see who you want to see before you go there. Like, it's kind of the culture, you know, you're supposed to pick a specific maid. I picked this maid called Ki-chan was her name because I thought she had really cute glasses. But I think that they thought because I was American, I was like actually in love with this maid. The TV people thought that the whole reason, the whole entire purpose of my trip from America here to Japan was to meet that maid. And if you thought they were latched on before, they were locked in at this point. I mean, the look on their faces, dude. They were like, oh my God, this guy's an actual weeb. And I thought their shock would be over at this point, but no, not in the slightest, because they wanted to come with us to the Maid Cafe. TV Tokyo wanted to follow us to a maid cafe. I had been in the country for all of like 20 minutes, like legitimately. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to respond. We all just kind of said, okay, sure. And then they said, see you in 2 days. And then they left. And I was losing it. So for the next couple days, we kind of pushed it to the back of our minds. We kind of just explored Osaka, played a bunch of arcade games, you know, had a good fun vacation in Japan, and it was wonderful. There should be some things popping up on the screen right now. There's definitely gonna be some videos in the description of our escapades. I mean, it was truly just something so beyond special. If you have the means to go to Japan, or if you ever want to, please do. It's literally the trip of a lifetime, even if you're not super duper into anime like I am. And then the day arrived. The day where I was certain I would be labeled a gross weeb on national television for the rest of my life. And if you thought the level of awkwardness on my behalf couldn't get any higher, you're so wrong. Oh my God. Because the producers came up to me and they said, do you have a gift for this maid? And I was like, no! Well, why do you think? Why do you think I would have that? I don't know her. I just know her name and that she wears glasses, dude. Like, help me. And they were insistent that we stop somewhere and grab a gift before we head to the Maid Cafe. I sincerely didn't know what to get her. What could I possibly get her that would actually be good enough? I decided it would be bread. So we made a pit stop at a cute little bakery, and I bought some cute little chocolate bread, and the producers kind of explained to the owners of the bakery what was going on because they had cameras everywhere, and the bakery family laughed at me, and that really kind of hurt because when I get laughed at in America, you know, it's like no big deal, right? But when you get laughed at by a wholesome Japanese family, it's not fun. But regardless, we pushed on and arrived at the Maid Cafe. And when I say this place oozed cuteness, I mean it to an absurd degree, like not even kidding. There was kawaii music playing all over the speakers. All the maids talked in this really, really adorable dialect. And don't get me started on the food. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. This is an actual picture of the ice cream that I ate. Like I was able to order this, dude. Can you believe it? Another really awesome thing that they would do is they would write little messages for you in ketchup on omelet rice. And they would draw like little animals and stuff. It was just the cutest thing ever. I mean, in every single capacity. But I think the most amazing aspect of the Maid Cafe was seeing my super American, super non-kawaii friend Ben being forced to wear bear ears. It's probably one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken to date. It actually is on my wall right now and has been since we got home. The maids also did their own little aisle show. It was so cute, dude. And we got these little glow sticks, all of which were themed to the specific maid that we wanted to see. I even kept the wrapping because the wrapping had their pictures on it. Like hello? That's absurd. This is starting to turn a very interesting color. I guess it's been a little bit. So all in all, truly an amazing experience. I would go back again in a heartbeat. It was adorable. But there was an elephant in the room. Ki-chan, the maid with the glasses, was nowhere to be seen. She just wasn't there. And we thought, oh, okay, no problem. It must be her day off. So we asked the maid if we could have Ki-chan tomorrow maybe. And that's when they told us. Ki-chan had graduated. No, not like that. Like, I mean, moved on to a better job. Because I guess being a maid in Japan is like so actually terrible that they celebrate when you get a real job. But anyway, the producers lost it. Everybody lost it. They pointed at me and they said, this boy came to see Ki-chan. What's he gonna do? And I went, it was honestly kind of sad. Like I made a little basket of bread, you know, just sitting there. I had bunny ears on at this point. And the whole production team was like, dude, you gotta be so sad right now. Like, I'm so sorry, honestly. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. And once again, I was just like, and that was the start of the whole narrative. The narrative that rocketed me and my friends into actual stardom in Japan. The fact that I traveled all the way from America to be stood up by this maid, it was too much. My heartbreak resonated with the country. It became a trending hashtag in Japan veritably overnight. And I've actually gotten recognized on my campus by certain exchange students, with one of them actually shaking my hand like I'm some kind of national hero. that was a weird one. The TV crew filmed us doing like a few other things around Japan, like for instance getting yakiniku and going to an arcade, but none of them really made it into the episode to the same degree as did this narrative of heartbreak, of struggle, of trying to find the one you love. Even though I only knew her name legitimately, that's all that I knew. And I plan on going back to Japan very soon when all this virus stuff is over, and I don't really look much different. So I can only hope that this is not something that I'm actually recognized for, that this is not the legacy that I carry with me to and from the country. And that's the story of how I was on national Japanese television. Whether it was for better or for worse. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey. I know this video was a little bit different and I know it took so long, literally 2 years to get out to you, but I'm excited I finally have it in a position where I can do it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you really enjoyed it, want to give it a favorite, it would mean a lot to me. Maybe hit that subscribe button down below for more kawaii content, anime related content in the future. Be sure to hit me up on all the social medias surrounding your screen. Look at all of them, dude. I'm active on all of them. And I'm streaming every night on Twitch at 7 p.m. Those are really fun. Make sure you stick around for that as well. But above all else, be safe, make good choices, have a wonderful day, and peace out. Love you guys. That's a wrap.